So good day. We're whoa, almost fell there. Should I start over? Nah, we'll leave it in there. Um, so we're looking at Job 21 to 23, just 3 chapters today. Um, but in this, we see what happens when people need to find reasons for things that they don't understand. So Job's friends are looking at Job's situation, and it's not making any sense to them. Uh, they, their perspective of life is that um, only sinners have difficulties. Only sinners go through illness. Only sinners, um, have all their possessions taken from them. And so, in their mind, then Job must have done something wrong. So, to justify that, they make up things that he did wrong. Job is compassionate, tender-hearted, caring, loving, um, and yet they turn around and accuse him of neglecting the poor, of turning away widows. They're they have to destroy Job to justify their position. And I think most of us know a number of people who are like that. They will lie, they will bend truths, they will tear people down, they will destroy people when we're supposed to be loving people in order to make their point valid. Meanwhile, Job is starting to get some glimpses of things. We're starting to see him starting to piece things together, and he points out that there's little value in considering a person's worth according to what they have. He turns around and he says that the rich and the poor lie down beside each other in the grave. So regardless of what your lot is like in this life and what you make of it, and what possessions you have or don't have, you don't get to take any of it with you at all. They're not eternal things. They are things. They are tools that we get to use in this world, but they're only tools. They're not values, and they don't determine a person's worth at all. It's about relationship, and it's always about relationship. And as we grow in this relationship that we have with Dad, then we begin to start to understand righteousness, in that righteousness are the things that the Dad has designed to function a certain way. And so when those things are functioning properly, they are operating in righteousness. So when we think as he hopes that we will think, with his mind and his perspectives, then we are operating in righteousness. When we're taking care of the poor, when we're looking after widows, we're operating in righteousness. When we live to please him only because we love him, we're operating in a place of righteousness. And it doesn't matter whether you're rich or poor or middle class or any of these labels that people throw on you. It doesn't matter whether you're tall or short, male or female. It doesn't matter what race you're from. It doesn't matter what you've done or haven't done in your life. It is about relationship, and it's the reason why Jesus went to the cross, so that we could all have the potential of this relationship, so that all of us could be adopted into the family and become the children of God, where we could grow up. No matter our age, we could grow up in this righteousness, in this wonderful relationship. And this is the value. This is what matters. There's nothing else that matters. And so Job is starting to get some glimpses of this, and that's good. But he's still fighting with his perspective, the same perspective as his friends have. He's still fighting with this thing, and trying to find value in his life now. He's really struggling with that, to see that his life is worth anything in the condition that he is. And, and the last thing we read in the reading is where he says, well, at least he hasn't surrendered me to darkness. That's where he is. It could be worse. This is what he's saying. So, yeah. So this is something that we really need to consider for ourselves in our own lives. Where are we going with this? You know, what do we value? What's important in life? How do we operate according to those values? Are our values our Father's values? Do we get them from Him, or are we getting them from the world? And how do we measure up? How do we judge these things? How do we conduct ourselves in life according to these things? Yeah, a bunch of stuff again for you to reflect on and consider, and find those verses to meditate on. So you guys be blessed, be encouraged in the day, be engaged with people, and don't forget to write your own take on these things, the things that are standing out for you, and let's have some discussion, the stuff going on this Facebook thing. So you guys be blessed.